First things first. I have a really nice camera. I have a microphone, all that stuff for it. But I'm just too lazy. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys how to ship cards properly. And we're going to go over some bad examples and some alternatives. And I think this is the best way because a lot of people, when they want to start selling on TCG Player, realistically don't know how to. And it's really hard to figure out how to if nobody's there to teach you. There's a lot of good references that are easily accessible. So, and hopefully in this video, you guys will understand how to ship cards properly. Now, I'm doing this one-handed, so forgive me, but I think it's really important. So, right off the gate, I'm going to show you the first thing, my true love, my baby, the Dymo Label Rider 450. This thing is amazing. It comes with software, as you can see right over here. And when you hit print, you get a label. Take that label, got your envelope right here, slap that label on your envelope, boom. If you're shipping a lot of cards, this is definitely something I highly recommend for a label printer. You could print a bunch of your labels over here, then print a bunch of the customer labels. It is awesome. I really love this a lot. And if you are looking into it, you can go online and buy, this is number 30252, to get a bunch of these rolls. I have a ton of these, and that's going to help you ship cards. Okay. You don't need this, by the way. You can do it by hand, but if you sell a lot of cards, this thing is a godsend. There's also the Dymo Label Rider 4 XL. That prints the wider labels, the 4x6 labels that go in these middle envelopes when you ship cards, that usually with tracking. These things awesome as well. They do have them both together. Don't buy them together. If one breaks, they both break. Buy them separately. I'm telling you, that's something if you do want to consider, I highly recommend it. One thing, that's only if you sell a lot. So, what's the problem with shipping? Okay, so a lot of people just ship improperly because they don't know how to ship properly because once again, like I said in the beginning of this video, nobody was really taught how to. So we'll go over a couple of things. Number one, you don't need tape to ship. I know it sounds weird, and I'll show you why in this video, but you do not need tape whatsoever to ship your cards. Number two, Scotch tape is a good alternative if you ever do want to use tape. I don't recommend it, but once again, this is an excellent alternative. Get the skinny ones. It's a lot easier if you do want to do that. You don't need to, by the way. I think it's really important not to do it, to be honest with you. So the first thing you're going to need is envelopes. You go down to your local Walmart, or you go online and buy 6 3/4 envelopes. There's a ton of them. These are the self-sealing envelopes. I really like these a lot. You take this, you peel this off, slap that on, boom, and then you got a good envelope. It's a good seal. I've never had a problem with it ever opening, and I've been shipping and using these envelopes for years now. It's excellent envelopes. You also get some 4x6 manila envelopes. This is also, you can probably buy this, by the way. Don't buy this at your local store. They overcharge a lot. You go on eBay, you can buy this relatively inexpensive, and I think it's really important for you to buy these if you want to ship with tracking. I definitely recommend shipping with tracking. There's a bunch of websites online where you could go and do that if you want to do it online, which I recommend because going to post office and doing tracking sucks. So you can ship online. You're using DCA.com, shipping.com, stamps.com. Those websites would be which can help you. Okay, so let's say you sold your first card. All right, here it is, your first card. You sold an Ulti Colossus. You should have kept it, but you sold it, okay? The number one thing you want to do is put the bad boy in the sleeve. Now, I like to use a lot of old sleeve. If you're a competitive Yu-Gi-Oh player, you probably have a ton of old sleeves that when you re-sleeve your deck into new sleeves, you take your old sleeves and usually throw these out. These are still good. Realize the fact that the majority of people, they're going to be buying this card, that when they get it, they're going to take it out of whatever sleeves it's in. They're not, for the most part, they're not going to hold it in its own sleeve. So putting it in an old sleeve is not that big a deal. There's like a little cheap anime sleeves. I mean, even though it's a great anime, the sleeves are really cheap. You can do it like that as well. And that's one way to do it. Then you want to put it in a top loader. So the number one top loader thing everyone pretty much agrees to use is Ultra Pro 3x4 premium top loaders. Here's the top loaders. This is pretty much what everyone uses. If you, like I said, if you're looking to ship a lot, you could go online and buy a case of these. You could talk to your store owner. They might work a deal in which you can buy a case. I highly recommend it. I really do think it's something that if you're doing a lot of shipping, don't keep going back and forth to Walmart and buying this. You will overpay in time. It does add up. This is a lot easier. And the thing everyone forgets, the number one thing I see a lot of people forgetting is team bags. These are insanely cheap. These are awesome. So, I don't know if I can do this one hand. Okay, wish me luck. This is not working. Hold on. I'm doing this video in one take, too. I'm not even editing it. This is how much... Maybe, like, the video, you know, whatever. I might consider... Oh, we almost got it. Okay, we got it. Maybe if people want to see an updated version, I might do an updated version of the video. Okay, we got the card in there. Magically. So, usually get like 100 team bags in one of these. Once again, you talk to your store owner, buy a ton of these if you're looking to ship a lot. Every time a customer buys a card, you're going to ship it in one of these. Why? Because you don't need a tape taping a top loader is really bad. Number one, these could be reused. If done in a team bag, this could be reused. And you might go, well, I don't really care. I mean, if they get it, who cares if they use it or not? It's pretty awesome because if they can reuse it and they do this, that means everyone can do this. So whenever you do buy cards, you now have extra top loaders. I actually save a ton of top loaders from people that do it right, and there are people who don't do it right. Hopefully, as time goes on, this becomes more of the norm. So anyway, so you get your team bag. And once again, doing this with one hand, so please be patient with me. You're gonna, why is it so much harder? Okay, what you're gonna do is, we're gonna slap that bad boy in here. Okay. Oh my God. Okay. There we go. It's in the team bag. See that? In the team bag. No tape. No tape needed. Okay? And then we're gonna rip that little plastic peel. See it right there? Okay. And then we're gonna do this. And then we're gonna cover the card. And look at this. Look. A nice seal on a card. You can do whatever you want. You can throw it all over the place. It's good. But wait, V, what if the top of the card goes to the top of the team bag? No big deal. The plastic of the team bag is going to be protected. Once again, this is your best insurance. I've never, and I mean never, of years of using team bags, have ever had a customer come to me and go, your team bag did something to my card. This has never happened. Top loader did something to my card. Not in a team bag. Never going to happen. This is the best security you can buy. This means you don't have to sit there filling with tape. And I'll show you some examples of things people have done with tape. And these are the better examples. I mean, you got people taking like hard cardboard and just going like spider swing, but instead of like, web, it's tape, and it's just like, it's really bad. This is the easiest way to ship a card. You slap that bad boy in an envelope. Boom. You take your label that you printed, or once again, or you write in your hand. Like, once again, if you sell a lot, I recommend getting one of these. And that's how you do it. It's that simple. So, this is a part of the video in which we're going to go over some bad examples. Or examples that aren't as good. I mean, they're not all terrible, but anyway. All right, first example. Here's a card. It's in an envelope. Once again, envelope's all good. Let's see what we got here. Okay, this is wrong. This person put a ton of tape. I'm not sure if you can see a tape. A ton of tape here. I mean, a ton. The more physical, especially the clear Scotch tape is added to the card, the more hard it is for your customer to get the card. They can damage their own card. And guess what? I'll tell you right now, from my personal experience, if a customer damages their own card while trying to get it out of all this tape that you have, they will tell you the card came defective. You will lose money because they will send it back, and TCG Player, eBay, Amazon will reimburse them and take the money out of your account. This is because you are overusing tape. This is the number one thing a lot of people are doing right now because this is what they only know how to do. When I first started, this is what I only knew how to do. I mean, the number one thing people like to do is take their finger and go over here, and sometimes they'll get lucky, use a key. Nevertheless, I mean, I actually kind of made it easier to do this, but for the most part, it's a lot of tape. You do not need to do this. This is the wrong way to ship your cards. You will lose money doing this. No doubt in my mind. There's no reason to lose money. Yes, team bags cost, I think it's like $6 a bag if you go on eBay for 100 bags. But at least you'll know every one of your orders they ship out, people are not going to complain. So this is the wrong way to do it. Please do not ship it with tape. All right, let's see the second way. Oh, yes, the mummy. So this is technically incorrect. This person shipping them, ideally, if I saw someone that sent me this card, I would say to myself, they probably had a problem in the past where the card fell off the top loader because they just didn't put anything on it. Now, looking at this, is this totally wrong? No. But if you're shipping, let's say, 20 cards a day, okay, 20 envelopes a day, you're going to get really tired of this. Not only get tired of this is very expensive and it will add up. Don't do this. Do not mummify your cards. It's still a pain for your customer to take the card out. And guess what? They can't reuse the top loader, which means if the top loader is not being reused, people are going to be buying more, including yourself. All right, next one up. This has happened to me, and I guarantee you, if you buy enough cards online, this will happen to you. Homeboy just took a card, slapped it in a sleeve, threw it on an envelope, and said, all right, let me get a pen. I've seen this before. And as early as, I'm going to say last week, someone has done this to me with cards. This is wrong. This is definitely not the right way to do it. Anyone doing this is, one, relatively new at selling cards, or two, they just don't care whether they wouldn't get money or not. Okay, next way. Ah, yes. The easy, I'll throw it in a top loader and I'll throw it in here. So, many moons ago, when I first started selling online, this is exactly what I did. It was not only until my third order, I realized this is probably not the best way to do it when a customer actually sent me the card back and it was all destroyed and refunded. So in case anyone doesn't really know, what happens is whenever you ship cards in the mail, they don't just hand it to a mailman and he goes, oh, thank you. He throws it in a little mail bag and then hands it to another person and hands it. It's not like a handoff. There's machines that roll over these cards, okay? Rollers, okay? They roll these cards. Roll them, okay? If this card somehow gets thrown out of its top loader, which, let's be honest, it can easily happen, and gets rolled over, and the customer opens and sees the rolled card, they're going to want a refund. You're going to lose money, and it is 100% your fault. Do not make that mistake. All right? Let's see what this one is. Okay, so this is my favorite one, and the reason I say this is because whoever does this is a saint. Whoever does this is a saint. They should go to the Catholic Church, and they should apply for sainthood. Go to Rome and say, hey, listen, I'm a saint. Why am I a saint? Because, yes, I do use the tape, and, yes, that's definitely not the right way to send the cards, but I put a piece of paper through, so all you got to do is just, look at this, look how, bam, and then shewax. Wait, make sure to do the shewax sound. Bam, shewax, and look, you're good to go. Now, that is awesome. If you're sending one card a week, that is the greatest thing you can do, period. But, if you're sending 25 cards a day, 50 cards a day, 100 cards a day, this gets real old real fast. You start to hate yourself for selling cards online. That's really the long and short of it. Also, once again, you're using a lot of resources that are just not needed. I will say, though, whoever does this, even if you're not selling a lot of cards, seriously, thank you. That is like the nicest thing I've ever seen in an envelope. Okay, so let's go over it this way. Flip this one over. Look at that real quickly. Boom. There we go. Once again, it's in a top loader. The card's in a sleeve. And the card is in a team bag. This is the easiest, safest, and best way to ship cards. This is the way I think everyone should do it. This is the way I don't see a lot of people do it. A lot of stores already know this already. Some stores will upgrade to using a really hard envelope, which is not bad. But once again, I think this is the best way and most secure way to send cards. Now, there's another way as well. Let's say you're listing on TCG Play and listing a bunch of comments, and you have a ton of comments. And let's go check what this is, okay? Boom. So, before I begin, I just want to say something quickly. If you're using a lot, it's relatively heavy as an envelope, you're probably going to want to put a second stamp. Number one, a second stamp is always a good idea because if it's heavy, if the envelope's heavy, they're going to send it back because the post office is a dying company. They're going to want another stamp. They want to bang you for that extra couple of cents of whatever the stamp's worth. They need to feel relevant. Anyway, realistically, though, this is not bad. And let's look into it, and I'll show you why. So, once again, especially if you sell, like, commons or low-value cards on TCG Player, instead of sending a middle envelope and sending off for tracking, which is also a pain. And, by the way, this is how you open it. Even one hand is relatively, it's not as hard. You just, look at that, undressing it. Okay. Let's say you put a valuable card here, you put a valuable card here, and then you get a standard Magic the Gathering size sleeve, okay? And then you stick all of them in there. In fact, you could do a couple of them bad boys and really stuff this envelope. As long as you have, like, two... the most I ever did was 3 stamps, and even then, like, I was told you don't even need 3 stamps. Realistically, 2 stamps, you'll be good to go. You got one top loader facing one way, a bunch of cards in the standard size Magic the Gathering size sleeve, another way like that. That team bag will fit all that in there. Then you put it in here, slap 2 stamps, and you're good to go. So this is how you ship on TCG Player, Amazon, eBay. Do I recommend you shipping on eBay? No, I think eBay's terrible for the fees. Amazon's really good because nobody knows about it as a good resource to sell cards on. And TCG Player is the Bible. I mean, you're reading from the Bible every night, I think, right? Anyway, also I have a TCG Player link code down below. Make sure to use that, guys. Listen. This is how you send cards out. This is the easiest way. Once again, it's a hidden step nobody tells you about. It's Ultra Pro team bags. Trust me, this is a headache. This is a headache. It's not bad, but it becomes a headache. In the beginning, I actually liked this, but it became a headache after a while. This is the best way to do it. I've been sending cards out in team bags with Ultra Pro top loaders for years. Please do it this way. Not only will you send cards out and you would not get any issues, but people are going to be appreciative. And another way, once again, if you have anything that's worth a lot of money, what I do normally is when I sell on TCG Players, whenever I get a card that's roughly, let's say, a little over $20. I think I usually do about $20. You can do more, 25, 30. It really depends on the seller. I personally like to do 20. I take the card and I throw it in here. Okay, it's a middle envelope. It's a bubble stamp envelope, which is good. Extra layer protection. Not that you need it, but hey, it's always good. So you slap that in there. Okay. You rip this off. Boom. Close that bad boy down. And normally what I see people do is when they print the 4x6 address label, they'll put it here. No. Once this is closed and sealed, I mean, it's a good seal, by the way. But once it's closed and sealed, I'll take that 4x6 label and I'll pop that bad boy over here. And the reason why is because it covers it. Now, does it need to be covered? Probably not. But just in case it ever pops open, you're good to go. You got a nice, strong seal. Majority of people that's going to be getting these are not going to be going, oh, let me open it properly from the seal. They're going to rip the top open like an animal to get the goods that's inside. So that's what I think as far as that. I think that's something that's really important. Once again, guys, I made this video really quickly, guys. I just think that a lot of people have issues with shipping. I get this question asked me at least once a week on my Instagram, Facebook, Discord. I mean, sporadically, but at least once a week for as long as I've been alive. So, answering your question, once again, Diamond 450. You guys are shipping a lot of cards. 450 XL and DSCA.com for if you want to do if you want to ship it that way. Stamps.com, and DSCA.com, Stamps.com. There's a bunch of them. You can easily find it online. Here's once again for this. Guys, like I said, please make sure to ship your cards properly. If you ship your cards properly and easily, you will get less headaches. And don't you want less headaches? You will sell all your cards properly and not be stressed out with a guy going, oh, my card's damaged. I opened it and, yeah, the packaging was terrible. TCG player hearing that would immediately refund them. They don't care. And the reason they don't care is because if you can't ship cards properly, they're not going to more than likely listen to whatever you have to say. I really appreciate you guys watching my videos. Please make sure to hit the like button, comment down below. It's your boy V, and you guys also have a great day.